Hi guys, it's your boy the Supreme Leader. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also click the bell button after subscription and share the channel. Yes, you can always leave your comment in the comment section, and whenever you leave your comment section, I'll just come read it and then give you guys the response to your comment as well. So it's all about Brazil. Like I always say, I like to come here and then compare Brazil to some of the countries that I've been to, especially Ghana, where I come from. My homeland is Ghana, and I like to compare it to Brazil so much. Yes, I've been to a whole lot of countries too in Africa, if maybe you want to know. And I've been to Europe too as well, many countries in Europe, and also North America too as well. So today, the reason why I am simply here is to read some comment and then talk a little bit about this comment that I simply came across under the last video that I did. Somebody was saying, the name of the person is Doreen Ramsey, was saying, was not the system set up to keep Africa and Africans poor for 400 years? The Portuguese took Africans from their rich land and brought them there into slavery and poverty. And it's okay, so what some part of this comment is saying is that it is the Portuguese which kept the black people under poverty in Africa, and also enslaved the Africans and took them to bring them to Brazil too as slaves too as well. Look, let me tell you something. Some of you people, you don't like truth. If you are black or you are African, I don't really know. But then me as an African, okay, I'm from West Africa. Most of you don't even know the real story about how the whole slave trade started, and how Africans are still going through this crazy poverty and unstructured systems and stuff like that in Africa. Some of you have no idea. You only follow the crowd. You are the kind of people who simply follow the crowd. You understand? When I come across this kind of comments, it really drives me nuts. You understand what I'm saying? It drives me nuts because it looks like some of you just go to school, you study how to write and read and speak good English, and then maybe get a good job and then start doing. So you don't know history, you don't know nothing apart from the things you read from the books which were being given to you, which were being given to you by the school that you studied. Let me make something clear out here. Let me make something really clear out here. First of all, the system that you are talking about that has been created for the past 400 years by Europeans wasn't created by Europeans. If you tell me they brought the idea of the system to be in place, I will simply agree to your comment. But you cannot look at my face as a typical African from West Africa who grew up typically from the African culture, West African culture. You look at my face and then you tell me that the kind of poverty or the kind of hustle that we are going through back in West Africa is because it was set for us by Europeans. It wasn't set for us by Europeans. That nonsense, we should cut that nonsense out. We should cut it out. Why am I saying we should cut it out? Because most of you only read the kind of textbooks which has been provided to you by your schools. You don't make research. You don't even want to know how all these things happen. Anyway, I'm here to educate you a little bit about what really happened. The system which you are talking about which has been placed on the Africans or black people for them to go to continue hustling, having a bigger problem when it comes to, development, was created by our own black people, our own black leaders. They are the ones who are making us go through these problems. Yes, they are the ones who are making us go through these crazy problems, these crazy hustles, these crazy things that we are going through as black people or as Africans. Our leaders are the ones doing that for the past 400 years. You don't even know what really happened. You and I know very well that we black people, most of us, I won't say all of us, I will say most of us black people, especially from Africa, you and I know how selfish we are. We are very selfish. We don't care about our people. Yes, we don't simply care about our people, and you know it, and it's still going on till date. Now, when even let me just say, now that the world is a global village where you can simply get access to knowledge at all costs, you can just get it very easy and smooth for you to get knowledge. Our leaders, they know very well, but they won't go and acquire that knowledge. They will continue to simply keep quiet and then allow these bad things to happen to us as Africans. And all this reason is because of what? They are selfish gains, selfish self-interest and stuff like that. And you know it. If you are from Africa, you know what I'm talking about. How can you go to a country like Ghana, people call it the gateway to Africa, but it is dusty everywhere. There is no running water, running tap waters in people's houses. They don't have toilets, private toilets in their houses. They go to public toilets. Are you insane? Are you normal with the kind of comment that you are doing under those videos? You don't think, you don't study, you don't know the truth. Then you turn around and then come to my channel and then tell me that you will rate Brazil for the level they are at this particular moment. You are just somebody who is, I don't know, who doesn't even know what he's looking for. Because the slavery in Brazil, what happened in Brazil, the slavery in Brazil, which the Portuguese came to Africa and then shipped the people from Africa to Brazil. You don't know how it happens. Let me educate you a little bit of how the whole thing happened. First of all, you have to remember, within us Africans, we have discrimination among ourselves. We have never been able to solve this discrimination that we have among ourselves as Africans. Each and every single country in Africa has more than 10 or more than 20 tribes. Each and every single country. So, back to what I was saying, how the slave trade happened from Africa to Brazil or South America or any part of the world. It was very simple. Our own people, our own kings and queens were the one responsible for it, because what they do is they go to villages and then they capture the villages. When they capture the villages, what they do is they hold everybody, they capture everybody in the village, women, men, children, everybody. And then when they capture those people, and then they take everything from those people, what they do is they bring them to, what do you call it, to the Europeans or the white men, and then they exchange these people. Listen, if you are not smart, you don't know about slave trade, you don't know what really happened about slave, and black people went through this slavery out here in Brazil. You don't know. When you come to this channel, I'll open your mind, because me, I'm the kind of black person who tell you the truth, who opens up the things that you don't know. I will tell you as the black guy. As the black guy from Africa, as the black guy from West Africa, as the black guy who grew in a West African culture, typical black culture. I'm telling you, you don't know anything. You people, you don't really know anything. You just come, you follow any channel anyhow. When they lie to you, some of you, you grow up in the United States, in Europe and all that. You don't know the history. And you won't be humble for you to know the history. Because you think what you read in your schools, in your schools, what you read over there, you think those ones are the truth about how the slavery happened. Did they ever wrote in the textbooks, or did they ever put in the textbooks that when they came to Africa, they came to Africa exchanging people, exchanging goods with people. They exchanged items with people. They exchanged glasses, common glasses. They exchanged with people. Common technology that we didn't have at that time, guns. They exchanged guns with people. They gave guns to our own black queens and kings to use it to invade other villages so that they can get those people from that village and then sell it to the Europeans. You think the Europeans, they came to Africa and then simply attack Africa and then enslave Africa like that? You are ignorant. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. When you come to this channel, I will educate you more about these things. So that the slavery which happened, and you are sitting there, you are saying you are not going to raid Brazil for anything, is your own cup of tea. But the fact still remains, when you go to most of our African countries, is dusty everywhere. We have no technology, we have no development, we have no nothing. People are suffering. People try as much as they can to cross the Mediterranean. They die on the desert. A whole lot of things is going on. And you sit there, you look at my face, and then you tell me that the system, the poor, the system of Africans being poor was designed by the European. Don't our leaders as Africans, don't they have the head? They don't have the head to think. You should blame our leaders because they are the ones who don't have the head to think that the things that are being told them to do is going to simply affect their own people. You don't know anything. You people simply don't know anything, and you are not ready to simply learn anything to us wrong. Because I know this particular video that I'm doing to come and post right now, most of you people who know nothing, you come at the comment section and then commenting out of ignorance. Yes, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So slave trade didn't happen because the white men came to Africa and invaded Africa. They did it by the help of what? Our kings and queens. So if you have to hold anybody responsible, you have to hold our kings and queens who invaded other territories or who invaded other villages in Africa and then capture all those villages and then sold them for slavery. Yes, they sold them because they used them as merchandise to exchange for what? For what do you call it? Alcohol, guns, unnecessary stuffs. So we as black people or as Africans, most of us, we have low IQs. We will do anything for money. We will do anything for wealth. We will do anything for wealth. And it's still going on. It's still going on. Go to Ghana and go to Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the countries who has a lot of petrol, but each and every time you go to Nigeria, people don't have electricity. People don't even have ways to buy gasoline. Gasoline, the country which provides, which ships gallons of what do you call it? Petrol to the West. The citizens in the country, even the ones who have the money to buy the petrol, cannot even get it. You go to gas stations, there are long queues. People don't have access. So you look at this and then you tell me that it is the West which is controlling the African leaders. Tell me that the African leaders are listening to the West because of their own selfish gains or selfish interest. Yes, if you tell me that, I will believe you. I don't come and tell me that the West is smart enough to control Africa. They are smart enough to know that our people are dumb. Yes, they are smart enough to know that Africans or most black people are dumb. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what is happening. Let me continue. And it is not the blacks who are the bottom of the pack. I won't rate up Brazil or even compare it to Africa. If Brazil, all the West pay repatriation to Africans, they would be in poverty. If I was born in Africa, I would never leave the promised land. Don't leave the promised land. Don't leave the promised land. Go and stay there. Africa is still there. Africa is still there. If you want, pack your bags and go and move to Africa. It's there. Go there. And then tell me you live there. I was born there. But I'm telling you the reality. Even this, your comment that you left, shows that you don't know anything about the slavery. You don't know anything about what happened. I don't want to do any long videos. Guys, I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your comment in the comment section and I'll come back and then respond to your comments through videos too as well. See you guys in my next vlog. Till then, peace out.